Welcome to part 3, my dear loving souls, on the topic of emotional desert. This is a spirit-led topic. I have to have a go at parts 1 and parts 2 if you haven't watched those already, where we delved further into the facts of the situation and the context of it, which is, experiencing, a season of your life or a period of your life where you're just feeling uninspired, not encouraged, as if you're not connected to your life purpose and you're just not sure what to do next. So on this channel, I speak a lot. I love talking about universal laws and practicing love, because I do believe that practicing love actually brings more love into your life, just because of the way the universal laws work. And so part 3 is getting some more messages from the spirit. Just going to grab this intuition card to see if there's anything else that the team upstairs, the beautiful spirits, ancestors, Yada Mesna, if there's any particular message from the intuition deck that we can take advantage of for the purpose of this video series. Oh, here we go. That has fallen through. Alright, innocence. Ooh, interesting. The card of innocence, sorry. I'll show it to you in a second. And I'm seeing a couple of what looks like hummingbirds playing in the morning. It's very bright, the sun is bright. They're playing around beautiful, beautiful plants, and a gorgeous, gorgeous flower is right in the middle of it. I love it. Innocence. I think the first thing, well, the only thing that's coming to my mind at the moment is actually feeling that not to kind of blame yourself. Try and get into the energy of thoughts and mental state of kind of taking it easy on yourself. Is that if you are feeling this emotional desert, you might be going down a bit of a loop where you are thinking negatively about yourself or negative thoughts, and blaming yourself or judging yourself for getting yourself into a situation or circumstances where you're feeling uninspired and not encouraged, and going through a bit of an emotional desert, and you might be beating yourself up for it. And I think this is all about feel that innocence, that you are innocent, you are a loving soul, inherently loving soul. Don't be hard on yourself. The only way out is certainly not by blaming yourself, but actually finding that inner child, finding something playful, going within, finding that inner child, doing something fun, enjoying yourself, being creative, being imaginative, perhaps finding a friend or a team member that you can just have fun with, do something loving, something bright, something outside, perhaps going out in the nature, getting some vitamin D on your skin, enjoying the life in this particular time frame that you are in and timeline on planet Earth. Wonderful Gaia, our planet, gorgeous planet. And I guess honoring any experience that you are going through, including having an emotional desert. There's a reason why we've got deserts on planet Earth, right? It's all about the experiences. So let's have a look what the guide book says. Stop being so serious for a while. Let the little child within you play. Have fun. Be silly. Take some time to reflect on all you have in this moment and then celebrate it with joy. Play is necessary to lift your soul. Find humor in the situation to lighten the load. Let it lift you to a higher frequency. Call on your inner child to come to the front, the one who used to play in puddles without worrying about getting wet and dirty, the one who would find magic in the smallest of places, the one who would find joy in the simplest of things, the one who lets their imagination run wild and free. When you return to innocence, you can let the universe surprise you. God's messages could be right there waiting to be discovered through play. There you go, my friend. Signs: carefree, playful, spontaneous, joy, humor, fun, and creativity. I love it. I think that's a fantastic, fantastic actually message for what you can do love, right? Find your inner child, have fun, be silly, do something outside, call your friends, maybe speak to them, speak to your childhood friends or your neighbors, for example. Go out, Visit. That's an example. If you're able to, maybe visit your place of birth or your home. When you were a child, that might bring some amazing memories. And actually, thinking about your inner child, have a consideration or some options. Consider some options as to what you used to do for fun when you were a kid, or what did you want to do when you grow up. I might actually link down, that reminds me of a video series I did on finding what you love to do for work, because one of those, I talk about a practical tool there, and one of the elements is actually figuring out or recalling what you used to do as a child, in order to give you some insight as to what is it that you actually enjoy doing. So that might be an answer. So I'll link that down below to make sure you have a listen of that, because that might be the answer that you're seeking, or at least give you some insight as to what you might want to do. But the thing that I'm inspired to do actually next is actually a little bit of fun, and it's getting this. Here we go, a book. See that pig's bum? Yeah. It's called Bottoms Up, and it just got some really funky messages and lovely images of animals. So here we go. We're gonna find our inner child and have some fun. And so let's have a look. Please open to a page that's necessary for us. And here's what came up. There's some birds. Look at that, there are some birds flying in the air. And it said, the sooner you fall behind, the more time you have to catch up. There you go. Any other silliness? Here we go. Any cheeky aspects of our life? Here we go. Here's a bit of a image of a swan, I think. A swan. And the message is, people who think they know everything are annoying those of us who do. That's pretty funny. Anything else to be silly, just to get some humor going. Last message. Here we go. I think that's a hippo, or the back of the hippo. Go enjoy that. Anyone can face a crisis. It's day-to-day living that grinds you down. Yeah, that's true. Alrighty, so I'll just start with that. That might be something you might be willing to do. Find some funky, inspirational quotes. Watch some comedy shows. Get some humor, laughter in your life, because that might be, like a state that you need to get into. Some creativity, some fun, some laughter, to go from an emotional desert to a more fulfilling time in your life. Because it is very possible, and we can all master that, one experience at a time. So with that in mind, I think I'm going to wrap up part 3 there. Thank you very much for the spirits for leading me to discuss this topic and the subject matter. I would like to sort of engage you, team. If there's anything that resonated with this topic, please comment down below. Likewise, if there's an approach or a method, something you've experienced before, or something you see others doing and being successful at it with their outcomes, moving from an emotional desert to a life that is fulfilling, that is, they are more connected. It's like, going from black to white or night to day, just as an example, as a metaphor. Something like that ever happened in your life or in the life of your loved one, share your story with the community. People, I'm sure, would appreciate hearing your story and knowing that it's actually very possible, and that other people have done it, and that it is possible to turn yourself around, going from a desert to a paradise. And yes, so have a lovely day. That's right, I made a commitment to donate 22% of my income as the Loving Soul, aka Victoria, to charities and noble causes. So I would really appreciate it if you didn't just comment down below, which you hopefully will, but also like this video. Obviously consider subscribing if your kind of content resonates with you. I would really appreciate it, and I think together we will multiply the love together. On that note, all the very best, and I'll see you in my next videos, team. Bye for now. Bye.